Politics is a profession filled with people that are a little past their prime. Joe Biden couldn't choke down a piece of pizza without having a constitutional crisis this last week. Politics is meant to serve and create a great America for a younger generation, but we seldom ever ask the younger generation what their opinions are on what's going on in the world. So we're going to try on this show to bring a younger person's perspective to the issues facing the country every episode. All right, let's go. Joining us now, George Washington University student and activist Danny Dayurbana. Hey, Danny, what's up, dude?
Hey, Benny, how's it going?
Is that what people say?
That's pretty much what we say, yeah.
Is this my hello, fellow kid moment? How do you do, fellow kids?
Let's not go there. Benny will give you some more grace with that.
I am the meme now. All right, so we see here in Washington rule essentially by a man who is, again, a little past his expiration date. We have been watching the difficulties of Joe Biden on the world stage. He seems to be bungling his way towards World War III and will probably cause it by just accidentally saying the wrong thing about Vladimir Putin's hair product or what have you. What do young people think about Joe Biden, his leadership? You're a college student right now. You must hear a lot about it.
Right. Well, to begin with, we're not told what to think. We kind of think for ourselves, as opposed to Biden that has his tough Putin talking points. Well, I, too, came prepared with my tough Biden talking points. And listen, things are bad. Things are bad. And so as Biden stumbles around in Europe and dribbles up applesauce, Americans are paying record high gas prices at the pump. And in fact, the only thing higher than gas prices right now are Hunter Biden looking for Parmesan somewhere to smoke. Inflation's hitting record highs. And Americans are feeling that at the grocery store, at restaurants, and Americans are tightening up their purse strings, except Joe Biden, which, by the way, just proposed increasing government spending and increasing your taxes. So that's always good. His poll numbers are tanking. Young people are having enough of it. You walk around campus and people are saying, you know what, this is not what we voted for. And the polls are showing that. In fact, 70% of Americans have low confidence in Biden dealing with the Ukraine disaster. And he's reached a record low 40% approval rating. And that's according to NBC. So that's no friends of conservatives right there. So, yeah, Biden is tanking fast. And, you know, listen, we saw earlier this week a reporter asked Biden about his gaffes, which, by the way, we should start calling national security threats because they're not gaffes. It's not as innocent as it seems. He had the gall to say, oh, just never happened. He just forgot. Well, he better start remembering things because it looks like the Durham probe and the Hunter Biden probe are heating up.
Something that he's probably going to remember is the sting of his left flank, AOC, saying that young people will not be voting for Joe Biden or Democrats anytime soon if they don't fulfill a laundry list of extreme radical left wish lists. What do you think about this? Do you think of the AOC wing probably well represented at George Washington University in the heart of Washington, D.C.? Do you think that the AOC wing is just going to stay home?
Yeah, they're not energized. Listen, I think probably 90% of this campus are just, they would vote for AOC if they could. They're not feeling it. They're not seeing their values represented. And it seems like Biden is just being told what to say by the radical wing of his party, but then he just sort of goes all over the place and doesn't fulfill any of his promises. So, yeah, people are not feeling it, and young people have really had enough of it.
So what is the appeal for a young person to vote for a conservative? Because on the other side, you look at Mitch McConnell, right? Not incredibly inspirational. Then, I mean, you know, I guess you have Ron DeSantis. You have a lot of young people actually on the center right that are heroes. You have your Candace Owens, your Charlie Kirks. What is attracting a young person on your campus to vote a specific way or direction?
Well, it's simple. Actually, young people are very engaged into culture. And it's something that conservatives almost gave up for a long time. We never really engaged in those battles. But you see people like Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, they're really engaging in that culture battle, and it's gauging people's interest. And you see it on campus. We table for Turning Point every week, and you see people come up. They're excited. They're ready to go. And yeah, we get some hate being at GW, but people are very interested about those issues. They want to see lower taxes. They want to see people like Ron DeSantis who aren't afraid to stand up to these woke corporations and say, you know what, we're going to rule the way we see fit. We're not going to listen to you coastal elites in California who want to tell us how to live.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're talked down to so much. How old are you, Danny?
19.
19. You get nothing but corporate propaganda, talked down to and trying to be programmed. It's got to be just unnerving. It's got to be mind-boggling and annoying every single day, the amount of screeching that happens towards your generation, man. They really want to go after you. Let me see your Biden card one more time.
My tough Biden talking points, and I can't repeat myself, believe it or not.
Amazing. All right. Hey, thanks, Danny, for joining the program.
Thanks, Benny. Appreciate it.
All right. All right. You can't say you care about young people unless you listen to them.